Burial, burial, burial is my school. Best education reservoir for young learners just like me. Burial,
Let there be love shared among us. Let there be love in our hearts. Let there be love in our nation. Cause us, O Lord, to arise. Give us a fresh understanding of brotherly love that is real. Let there be love shared among us. Let there be love. Hello children, how are you doing today? I still remain Mrs. Essie, and I'll be taking you on the topic showing love and unselfishness on our subject CRK, showing love and unselfishness. Now I want to ask, in the Bible, which is the greatest commandment? Which is among all the commandments, the 10 commandments, which is the greatest? Can you tell me? Beautiful. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor the way you love yourself. Love your neighbor the way you love yourself. Now, what is love? What is love? Love means to care and for someone. Love means to care for someone. When you care for someone, that means you are showing love. Love means to do what? To care for someone. And what is unselfishness? Now we've talked about love, the meaning of love. Love means what? To care for someone. Now what is unselfishness? Unselfishness means the act of showing more concern. When you are showing more concern for other people than yourself. When you show concern for other people than yourself. I repeat, love means to care for someone, while unselfishness means to show concern for other people than yourself. Let's write it down. Okay, just like I said, love means to care for someone. Love means to care for someone, while unselfishness means the act of showing more concern for other people than ourselves. Unselfishness means the act of showing more concern for other people than ourselves. Let's repeat it again. Unselfishness means the act of showing more concern for other people than ourselves. Okay, now we are going to talk about moral responsibility of showing unselfish love to others. Moral responsibility of showing unselfish love to others. It is good to show love to others. We should not always think about ourselves alone. Me all the time. Okay, we should show love to other people. Jesus wants us to show love and hospitality to people. It's even in the Bible that we should love our neighbor as ourselves. We should tell the truth and be open-minded to people. Tell the truth at all time and be open-minded to people. All right, we are going to take that down. We've talked about moral responsibility of showing unselfish love to others. Moral responsibility of showing unselfish love to others. And I said it is good to show love to others. We should not always think about ourselves alone. We should not always think about ourselves alone. We should consider those people around us. We should tell the truth, which is one of the major duty of every Christian. Telling the truth. If you lie, that means you are not a Christian. We must guide one another from danger. We must guide one another from danger. So these are the moral responsibility of showing unselfish love to others. Now, I want to tell you a story. I want to give you a story about people that showed unselfish love to themselves. People that show unselfish love in the Bible. Now, I want to talk about the story of David and Jonathan. The story of Jonathan and David as an example of love. And you can get that as 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 1 to 4. 1 Samuel chapter 23 verse 15 to 18. Now, time for our story. Are you ready? Yes, I know you are ready. I know you love stories a lot. Now, who killed David? Goliath. Very beautiful. David killed Goliath. David killed Goliath. Now, okay, like I was saying, David killed Goliath. Now, after David killed Goliath, there was a king, a very powerful king named King Saul. Named who? King Saul. King Saul, he used to have this nightmare. Every time he used to have this bad nightmare. Do you know what they call it when you have bad dream? Every time you dream, you are not always comfortable. You cannot be alone. You are always scared. All right. Now, Saul can play harp. In those days, they have what we call the guitar. They call it harp. They call it harp. The thing is like guitar. Now, David knows how to play it very well. Now, what happened? King Saul now sent for David, that David should come to his house to be playing that thing. Anytime David plays that thing for him, he's always comfortable. Anytime David plays that harp for him, he's always comfortable. He does not dream, does not think of anything. He's always comfortable. Since that spirit of fear, we just leave him alone. Okay, now King Saul has a son named Jonathan. What is the name of King Saul's son? Jonathan. Remember, David now came to the house to stay. What did he come to the house to do? To play harp for King Saul. Now, I said King Saul has a son named Jonathan. Now, David and Jonathan, they now became very close friends. Very close friends. And for nothing, King Saul hated David. For nothing, and planned to kill David. David and Jonathan, they are very close friends, that they share things together. You see Jonathan giving David clothes. He used to give David things. They share things together. I love David so much. So he was the one that now went to tell David, see, my father wants to kill you. David now say, what did I do that my father wants to kill me? Did I do anything wrong? Jonathan now said, don't worry. Since you are my friend, I will help you. I will take you to somewhere. I will hide behind the rock, because he said, he said I should follow them. I should follow the soldiers to go and kill you. But I will not kill you because you are my friend. I will take you somewhere where you will hide. Is that not love? That is love. And he took David to the place, and David hid under the rock. And beside the rock, it's somewhere there, and they planned together. They planned what they will do. That if he shoots an arrow, it means that he's not safe, that he should run for his life. And that was what they did. That is love. If you read through 1 Samuel 18, 1-14, and so on, you will get the more stories about that. That is an example of people that show love. The example is David and Jonathan. Now let's write the story down. Okay, like I was saying, examples of people that show unselfish love to one another. Examples of people that show love, I told you that is in the Bible, they are David and Jonathan. And I said, and these are their stories, summary of their stories on the board. I want us to read it together. There were two people in the Bible who showed unselfish love to each other. They were David and Jonathan. They were who? David and Jonathan. David was the son of Jesse. David was the son of who? Jesse. Who killed Goliath? Why Jonathan was the son of King Saul? Why Jonathan was the son of King Saul? Who is the son of King Saul? Jonathan. Beautiful. Now, Saul asked David to stay in his house so that he can play the harp for him, because an evil spirit took control of him. Why did Saul tell David to stay in his house? So that he can play the harp for him, because an evil spirit took control of him. All right. Jonathan loved David so much. They are very close friends. Jonathan loved David so much. They are very close friends. They share things together. They do things together. The Bible says Jonathan loved David even just like the way he loved his own soul. All right. One day, there's supposed to be a comma there. One day, King Saul told Jonathan and his soldiers to kill David for no just reason. He said they should kill David. Now, Jonathan pleaded on his behalf. Who is the person that Jonathan pleaded on his behalf? David. Okay. But King Saul refused. Even when Jonathan pleaded, please don't kill my friend. Please, I beg you. King Saul refused. Jonathan told David his father's plan. Jonathan now went to tell David the plans of his father, King Saul, and they planned together. They planned together. That is Jonathan and David. They now planned together. Jonathan now told David how he can be saved, and David was saved. So that is the story. All right, I want to go through the lesson one more time. I said our topic on CRK is showing love and unselfishness. Showing love and unselfishness. And I said love means to care for someone. Love means what? To care for someone. While unselfishness means the act of showing love, showing more concern for other people than ourselves. Unselfishness means the act of showing more concern for other people than ourselves. Now, moral responsibility of showing unselfish love to others. I said it is good to show love to others. We should not always think about ourselves alone. Don't think about yourself alone. We should consider those people around us. We should tell the truth, which is one of the major duties of every Christian. We must guide one another from danger. And we also talk about the story of Jonathan and David as people that show love to one another. You can 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 1 to 4, then 1 Samuel chapter 23 verse 15 to 18. When you read that, you get the story of Jonathan and David as examples of people that show love and unselfishness to one another. It has been an interesting story. I hope from now on you start showing love to your friends. You start showing love to your neighbors. Show love to your siblings, those people around you, because it is very good to show love. Love is the greatest among all the commandments. All right, now it's time to leave you, but before I go, I want to give you homework. All right, here's your home activity on the board. Number 1 says, what is love? Number 1, what is love? Remember, I told you what love is. Number 2, define unselfishness. Define unselfishness. And number 3, narrate the story of Jonathan and David according to 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 1 to 4 and 1 Samuel chapter 23 verse 15 to 18. Narrate the story. Tell me about the story of Jonathan and David as an example of people that show love in the Bible. All right, it's been an interesting topic. I hope you enjoyed the story. See you next time. Bye.